Right, well, in high school, basically, I was a stereotypical jock, how a lot of people knew me, I let other people influence me and stuff. And I really didn't know where to go with myself and who I was as a person. But the day that it switched I was a junior in high school. It was May 7th, 2012. It was the day that my grandfather died. The day started off just like a normal day. It was my older brother's prom and stuff, and so we went to go get a haircut together and stuff. And so we get to the barber shop, and then we get this phone call from my mom, like, telling us, "You need to come home, son." And she was worried and stuff, and then she hung up right away. By that time, we kind of already knew what happened, because my grandfather, he's been in the hospital for a while and stuff. And so, like, we kind of just get our stuff and, go home. Luckily, like, none of us was on the chair, so, like, half head shaved off and stuff. But so we get home, and my mom's already crying. My dad had already took off. And then he says, we go up to my mom, like, "What's going on?" and stuff. We already knew. And she's like, "Well, your grandfather passed away, so you need to get your stuff, just in case we stay the night." And we had to go. And so, like, I didn't really know how to feel towards that, because I was just numb, and I didn't like to let people show my feelings and stuff. So I just got some clothes and stuff, and kind of like nonchalant, just went into the car. And the car ride over there was about 30 to 35 minutes long. And it was a really awkward car ride over there. And so by the time we got there, right when I got off the car onto the driveway, like, I felt like this presence of not evil, but like sad and emotional things that's trying to get to me. And like I felt kind of scared, but I didn't let anybody see it. So everybody ran into the house wanting to see my grandfather and stuff, but like, I was just scared, and I didn't want anybody to see it. So when I walked through the front door, it was just these emotions just building up, and I didn't know how to react towards it. And I started becoming scared, and then that feeling when you're nervous and you get like choked up and stuff, right? And so, like, he was in the back of the house and stuff, in the last room. And so each step I took, like, I felt like I was about to fall to my knees, like I couldn't stand straight, and it was scary for me. And by the time I came up to the threshold of the room, I just looked, and I see my grandma over his bed just crying, and by this time I still haven't started crying yet. And so I get there, and so I still haven't started crying yet, and then I walk up to my grandmother, and I just fall to my knees, and I started just crying, and I don't know why I was crying. It's like I already knew this day was gonna come, and it's just like what was happening to me. So like I started freaking out. I was like, no, like I'm not like this and stuff. So I stormed out of the house. I was walking around the block a couple times. I don't know why I was mad. It was this irritating feeling. I didn't like people seeing the way I reacted emotionally. And so I was walking around the block and stuff, and I find myself sitting on the curb, like just sitting there, and just so many thoughts are going through my mind, like why him and stuff. Like, he was a great person and stuff. And then I started thinking to myself, like, all these people were crying because he's dead, but they were crying because of the fact the way he lived his life, And so I started thinking to myself, I don't want to be how I used to be, how I let other people influence me, and I get all hyped up on people boasting on my popularity and stuff. So like, I wanted to create my own path. I wanted to become more intelligent. I wanted to reach out to other people who are less fortunate than me, because there's somebody always out there that has less than you, and I don't always like to think highly of myself, because my grandfather never did that. He always stayed humble, and he was a hardworking person. And just the fact of him dying and showing me how to live my life as a man and as a person, that really has showed me a lot. And I just say to you guys, just work hard at anything you do, and always remember your family, because they're always there first. Thank you.